2,000 subscribers. Say what? Hey everybody. So I hit 2,000 subscribers. Actually, after I got out of the movie tonight with Ted, I looked and I was actually at 2,100 subscribers. You hear that sound in the background? That's my cat. And he's playing with the new box that came with the new tablet that I did an unboxing video for. And, well, he's very happy because he has a box. I'll show him in a little bit because of one of the questions. So anyway, I asked you guys in a video a while ago to give me some questions, and I'll do a Q&A video for hitting 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, let's do it. Who are some of your favorite actors and actresses in Hollywood? You know, a lot of my favorites and not favorites depend on my mood and age and experiences, so they fluctuate. So what I say would be my favorite now may not be my favorite next year. I'm very flighty that way. But, you know, right now I really love Tom Hardy. I think he's doing some amazing stuff. I've liked him ever since the movie Bronson. He was great in that movie, Bronson. If you haven't seen Bronson, go watch it. It's a great movie. It's based on a true story of the most violent criminal in England. He didn't really kill anyone, but it was great. It's a great movie. Actresses, I like Emily Blunt. I've been really getting into a lot of her stuff, especially now that she's been doing a lot of like empowering roles, very strong female characters, and I love strong female characters. So Emily Blunt's up there. I like Christian Bale for a long time. I still like Christian Bale, but you know, he's kind of waned on me because he hasn't, I don't know. I think Batman drained a lot out of him. And I'm excited to see that there's a new movie coming out, and I can't remember the title of it, but he's in it. And so I'm hoping he's really good in that. Kind of bring him out of the whole Batman thing and bring him back to his greatness of like American Psycho and stuff. I mean, you've got all of the top guys, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, William Dafoe, Denzel Washington. I like Will Smith. I haven't seen Concussion yet, and I really need to see Concussion. I want to see that so bad. But he looks good as Deadshot in Suicide Squad. Jared Leto as Joker was great in the Dallas, what is it? Dallas Club. Dallas something club. Oh my God, it just went right out of my brain. Oh well, I'll leave it in the video because it looked funny. Because I went to brain. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have, like, I don't have too many movies where I'll watch it only because that actor is in it. Unless it's like Michael Caine, Christopher Walken, just because whatever he does is genius. I don't care how bad the movie is, he's in it. But it's more, it doesn't really have to do with their acting chops. It's more of I just like those people. So I want to watch movies that they're in. I mean, I like Dolph Lundgren. I've liked him ever since Rocky IV. I thought he was amazing as Drago. I liked that character. It was a cool Rocky character, evil villain. And I watched all of his stuff after that, even the piss poor, awful B movies. I just liked seeing him in a movie. So it doesn't really, my choices of favorite and not have nothing to do with whether or not they're great actors or not. It's just, I might like their personality. Now on the flip side, there are some actors that I can't stand as a real person, but I like their movies. Like Tom Cruise. I can't stand Tom Cruise as the Scientologist crazy human that he is in real life. But he makes good movies, and he puts in 200% on those movies, so I have to give him props on that. Keanu Reeves, he's a great example of someone that I love. I respect him as a person. He's always been an awesome person. Every time I hear about, you know, how he treats people on set, it's incredible, and I like his movies. I think he makes fun movies, and I like fun movies. I want to go to the movie theater to escape realism, or to see something that I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. So I want to see fun things. I want to see period pieces. I want to see documentaries. And that's how I base my movie. I don't have like an actor and actress with a poster on the wall and I dream about them before I go to bed at night or anything like that. If they do a bad movie, I'll tell them they did a bad movie. If they did a good movie, I'll say, damn, that was a good movie. But I don't really have anyone that pops out at me as like, oh my god, I love this person, he's so awesome. No, I don't fanboy out on any of them. But I do have what my brother calls my boyfriends, which are like Tom Hardy and Christian Bale, guys that I go and watch movies that they're in, and he's like, oh, your boyfriend's in this movie. But let's go to the next question. Which is your favorite Indian movie? Well, I really liked Baahubali, and I showed that in my review. Now, I haven't watched a lot of Indian movies. The most exposure of Indian movies that I had in the past were the Bhangra movies that my dad loves to watch. He loves all of the Bhangra dancing and the music and all of that. I couldn't really get into those movies. It just wasn't my thing. But I loved Baahubali. That was a good movie. I thought the beginning hour was slow, but it had some good characterization in there, especially after I thought about it after the fact. When I was watching it the first time, I was like, all right, move on. But after thinking about it after the fact, and I understand why they did that, India likes their music. They like their songs in the movie. It gives good characterization, but it does make the first hour or 45 minutes very, very slow. But it was all right because it paid off huge at the end, so I'm fine with that. Let's see. After seeing good Indian movie trailers, have you changed your opinions towards Indian cinema? No. But my opinion on Indian cinema is the same as any country's cinema. You have good movies, you have bad movies, you have mediocre movies, and you have fans of all of them. We've got that in the U.S. We don't just watch Hollywood movies. We have independent films. We have direct-to-DVD movies. We have the whole gambit of from great to bad, just like every other country does. But they don't get as much exposure in the U.S. I mean, there are some that come over, like Korea's big one in the U.S. was Ong Bak. I love Tony Jaa. He was great in that movie. In England, you have pretty much anything Simon Pegg does, or Edgar Wright. From John Woo and Jackie Chan. But I don't know all of the names of the people in the Indian films because I didn't watch a lot of them. My huge exposure was my dad's Bhangra movies. So I kind of didn't really watch a lot of Indian movies because I thought that's pretty much all they were. And then you guys started sending me stuff and I was like, whoa, okay. They've got more and awesome things. So thank you for educating me and continuing to. I had that trailer reaction for 24 and I got a lot of hate on that one from people going, oh, why did you upload the Telugu or Telugu one? Why not the Tamil one? And I'm like, I don't know this stuff. I didn't know that, but now I do. So I'm going to keep my eye out, but I don't think it should matter that much, personally. But again, I don't know either language. I don't know any of them. So when I hear them talking, I don't know which one it is. I'm just reading the subtitles. So I can, in the description it said the Tegu, no. I can't pronounce it. Tegu. And so I guess in my mind I was thinking a T word, yay, okay. But it didn't really dawn on me that one was dubbed from the original language, which was Tamil. You know, it seemed very similar, and I didn't really think about it. But now I know. I know, so don't hate me. You know, don't hate me. I'm learning. I'm actually trying, you know. I love you guys. You guys have been amazing to me. Let's see, what's the next one? After seeing Baahubali and My Name is Khan, I haven't seen My Name is Khan yet. I have a lot of movie reviews that I need to catch up on that are in the list, but if you've watched my vlogs, things have been pretty crazy recently. I'm waiting to watch My Name is Khan until I'm ready to do the review, and then I can have like one night to soak it in and think about it, and then do the review the next day. I don't want to do a rushed review for you guys, so I don't want to watch it and just do my first reaction kind of review, and I don't want to watch it and then review it a week later. I want to give you guys the best review I can, and this is how I'm going to do it, even though it may take a little longer, so please be patient with me. But I'm trying to respect the material and give you the best review that I can. But anyway, what are the biggest differences you observed between Bollywood and Hollywood apart from the musicals? So I have used the term musicals in the past, and that again goes back to my seeing the movies with my dad that had all of the Bhangra in it, because there were parts of those movies where it kind of moved the story along, but not like American musicals. So American musicals from like the 50s and 60s and the 40s, they were a part of the story. They're singing exposition. The Indian musicals, when I say the word musicals, and I shouldn't use that term anymore, but they have just songs in the movie. But they don't have any exposition. They don't push the story along. If anything, it gives characterization. Like, it tells you more about the character from the song, but it doesn't give you any exposition of the story. So, American musicals give exposition. Indian songs give characterization, but no exposition. And that's why I think for a lot of audiences over here that can be boring, because there's no exposition, there's no movement. We want to move on. We understand, let's go. And the Indian movies love those songs. They have the CDs come out, and the CDs are it's all a part of the Indian culture. It just doesn't match a lot of the American culture, which is not bad. It's not wrong. It's good. If Indian movies were the same as American movies, then what would be the point? I want differences. Even if I don't like some of them, I still want those differences. And for like Baahubali, I just accepted the fact that there were songs in the movie and watched the whole movie without, putting any false thoughts into it. I just went along and the movie was great. So, doesn't matter. Let's see. So what are your ideas about Indian movies in general? And since you started doing these trailers, how are your ideas about them now? What has changed? And honestly, how far do you think Bollywood is catching up with Hollywood standards, or whatever your views? Okay, well, that kind of goes with the previous question. My views are, it doesn't matter what country the movie comes out of. It has cultural influences from that movie, or from that culture. The movie has those cultural influences. And they're stories about people. All movies are just stories about people. No matter what country you're in, it just happens to be about the people in that culture. Or you could have a movie in India and make it about American culture, and we get to see what your translation of American culture is through your eyes. I would like to see something like that. Have a Indian director and a writer make their idea of an American movie, so I can see what their interpretation is of what our movies are, because I bet you it's not what I think they are. Just like if an American did an interpretation of an Indian movie, what would that be? Or, what would any other country's interpretation of any other country's movie style? That would be interesting. I would like to see some of those. Like, what's the Koreans' idea of a British movie? Or what's Brazil's idea of a Russian movie? That would be really interesting to me. If you guys know of anything like that, I would like to see those. But Bollywood catching up with Hollywood standards or whatever your views, I don't think Bollywood is catching up with Hollywood or either way. I think every country has their own film industries. You have in India Bollywood, and I'm learning about Tollywood, and I guess there's a Collywood. Like, in America, we don't have that. We have Hollywood, and then we've got independent films. We've got direct to DVD. We got we call B movies, and A movies, and C movies. So every country has their multiple levels of film industries. I don't think Bollywood needs to become Hollywood or vice versa. I think Bollywood should be its own. Be what it is. If people don't like it, fuck them. If they like it, yay! So, I don't want any more comparisons of like, is Bollywood catching up with Hollywood? I don't think they need to do that. Now, I will say, in some of my videos, when I'm talking about Indian movies, I reference American movies. Now, I'm not trying to say that the Hollywood movies are better than the Bollywood movies. What I'm trying to say is, I'm giving my opinion of what something visually or story-wise looks like from my reference. My reference comes from Hollywood. So when I watch a trailer and I'm like, that reminds me of Matrix, I'm not trying to say that it's not as good as Matrix or it needs to compete with Matrix. I'm saying that looks like Matrix. Now, I do that with Hollywood movies. We watch any kind of movie in the theater and I'll say, that looks like this movie mixed with this movie. Like they were doing this and that. But I'm comparing Hollywood to Hollywood. So I'm not comparing the film industries. I'm comparing individual films and what their comparisons are. One movie might do that part better than another movie. But I'm not trying to compare the two film industries. So don't think that I'm trying to say one is better than the other, because I'm not. Let's see. What is your daily routine? How do you manage work and other stuff? Well, I'm bipolar. So my daily routine really kind of depends on where I'm at. Some days I wake up early and I go to the office and I get started early on my realty job, and other days I wake up later because I don't have to be awake for meetings or clients. If I have to be awake early, then I am. My mood might be different, but I'm there. And then, my day fluctuates all the time. Being a realtor, we don't have a set schedule. Our schedule is dependent on what our clients need, and it fluctuates all the time. Plus, I'm an ambassador with the local Chamber of Commerce, and we do ribbon cuttings for local businesses, and we do mixers, and we bring in nonprofits and all kinds of stuff, so we're doing that, and I bounce all over the place. And that's why I really liked joining Uber. If you saw my previous vlog on Uber, becoming a driver, is because if I want a second job, I can't just apply for a job that's part-time and say, okay, I'm going to show up whenever I want and then leave whenever I want. They'll be like, no. But Uber lets me do that. So I can have a part-time job and still be a realtor. And they complement each other. Because I love being a realtor. I like meeting people, and I like helping them and finding what they want, and need. I love that whole thing. I love that. And Uber lets me do that, but still have a side job, which is great. How do I manage work and other stuff? I go with the flow. That's really much it. I don't schedule more than what I have to. You know, I have to schedule appointments. I have to schedule things that I need to do. But other than that, I go with the flow. If the flow takes me in this direction, I go that way. If the flow has no direction, I come home and make some videos. So I don't try and balance them. I just do what I think is most fun or what I can do at the moment. And that's how I do it. What 3 movies are you looking forward to this year? Will you make a top 5, top 10 movie videos? I actually made a top 10 most anticipated movies of 2016, and I did that back on like December 31st. So if you go back on my videos, you can actually see that one. What am I looking forward to this year? Where the first one was Deadpool, and it was awesome. Next would be Batman v Superman. However, I'm more anticipating Suicide Squad than Batman v Superman these days. Suicide Squad to me looks like a far more interesting movie because I think Batman v Superman is going to have too many characters in it. They're not going to have any characterization. It's going to be kind of a jumbled mess. And I think they're over-promising. Now, if the movie delivers great, then, you know, awesome. But I think they're over-promising. And I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. Other movies I'm looking forward to, you know, Captain America, Civil War. Really looking forward to this Baahubali, The Conclusion, which is in December, because I want to know what the hell happened after that, because that ended on a cliffhanger, and I was like, oh! The Man Who Knew Infinity, that looks really interesting to me, because I like period pieces, so I want to see that. But yeah, if you want to know some of my other lists, go watch my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2016. Let's see. So this came from my friend Matt. Some of you may know because we did collab videos with Matt and Josh. This is Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard, and he asked, if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself? Sure. I could live without my left arm. You know, that's a look at that arm. That's a good 3-foot hot dog right there. That'll feed me for a while. At least long enough until I find some good sustenance. Yeah. So sure, I'll eat myself. My top 10 Hollywood movies. I think I talked about this in my last Q&A video when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I have my staples. So my favorite movie of all time is The Princess Bride. I love that movie. Can never get enough of it. It's the best movie ever made, in my opinion, for me, personally. And a lot of it has to do with child nostalgia. But I love that movie. Other ones would be the normal things, geek movies, Star Wars, the original Superman movies, things that I think everybody's top movies are going to be reflective of their childhood. You know, things that make us feel like we're kids again or brings us back to the emotion we had when we first watched it. So I can't say what my top 10 Hollywood movies would be. I can say that my absolute favorite is The Princess Bride. And then after that, it really depends on what mood I'm in at the time. The next question. Favorite movies and video games? Well, I just talked about the movies part. Video games? I'm not a big gamer. I used to be when I was a teenager and younger. I even programmed a couple. Smaller games, obviously. But right now, I guess I like Fallout 4 because a friend of mine bought it for me and it was a fun game. I played World of Warcraft for the first 4 years. I liked that. I like role-playing games. I like a story with my game. I absolutely hate first-person shooters. It's not that they're nothing against them. I know it's a very popular style of game, but I find them really boring. Like, they become so repetitive really fast. With role-playing games, I can play a storyline, and I know a lot of people like to grind out levels. I don't do that. I like to follow a storyline and do this and that, and I do my own thing. I'm not the kind of gamer you want to play with if you want to grind. So, most video games nowadays, I get bored way too fast. I just don't play very much. But I do like simple games. I like, Candy Crush games. I like puzzle games. But the big name games, I guess the only one I play kind of right now would be Fallout 4. And that's only if I have time, which hasn't been much lately at all. So, I'm not a big gamer. But I like games. I like them. I have nothing against them. It's just not my thing, really. Why do you call Matt as Sexy Matt? Well, I don't call him Sexy Matt. He calls himself Sexy Matt. That's to you, Sexy Matt, the Pharaoh Wizard. Both our names are Matt. My name is Matt. Although Koricon is everywhere, that's my internet handle. My name is Matt. His name is Matt. And I will let him comment if he actually gets this far into the video and watches this. Hey, Sexy Matt, if you watch this, tell everybody why your name is Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard. Because you told me, but I'm not going to repeat it. Let's see. What is your biggest dream, or let's say your life's time goal? Oh, that's changed like every 5 years. At my age now, I stopped making like huge lifetime goals and stuff. It's more of just being happy. As long as I'm happy in what I'm doing, then I'm doing well. I used to have huge aspirations of making a lot of money, and it didn't matter how whatever. That's all crap. My dad said it best. He said, if you love what you're doing, you will never work a day in your life. And it's very true. So that's how I try and live my life these days, is if I don't like what I'm doing, then I stop doing it. If I love what I'm doing, I continue doing it. That's why I'm making this video. I love doing this, and you guys have been so supportive. So do you see yourself doing reactions to stuff other than trailer and movie reviews, like parody trailer, honest trailers, top 5 stuff, and other entertaining things that are up there? Yeah, actually I've done a few of them on my channel. I've done a few honest trailers. And I love Screen Junkies. You guys need to go to their site, their channel, and support them. Screen Junkies is amazing. I love all their stuff. And the honest trailers crack me up every time. That's why I've done a few of those. Top 5 stuff, I haven't done any top 5 stuff. I haven't seen any that popped out at me that I'm like, oh, I should react to these. But if you guys have some that you want me to do, I will at least film it. And if it's something I think is entertaining to be on the channel, I'll put it on the channel. But send me your top 5 stuff, and I'll take a look. Other things, yeah, Dude Perfect. I love Dude Perfect. I've done a few reactions to their videos. You should go to Dude Perfect and support them also. They're just fun. Like, the guys are just fun. They're engaging. They're energetic. I just want to be around them. I want to go to one of the filmings for their videos. It would be a blast. It would be a great day. The only thing I don't really do reactions to are music videos. Now, I have a few on my channel, but that's because I got permission from the original artist. So I have a reaction to a video from Shinobi Ninja because they gave me permission to do it. I also did some for Frog Leap Studios because I got permission from him to do it. But I don't do just other music videos. If it's a music video, I'm not going to do it unless you can somehow get me in contact with the original artist and I can get permission to do it. Just because I like my channel and I don't want it taken down. So that's why I don't do it. Other than that, I will react to just about anything. I've got other videos on here that are very popular of doing soccer, or I'm sorry, soccer in the US, football everywhere else. I've had a couple of rugby videos, so I've done some sports ones, and I'm going to do more of those in the future because I still get requests for those, and I want to get to them. When I do my next, if you look at when I do my reactions, if I have like a lump where you see me wearing the same clothes and I do like 6 reactions in one day, it's because I'll do like an Indian and an American, and then I'll do like a sports video and maybe another Indian. Like I try and mix it up in that series. So I'm trying to hit all of my fans. I have a smaller fan base that like the sports videos. However, I still want to support them and help them also because I love all of my subscribers. Not just my American subscribers, not just my Indian subscribers. I love the subscribers I've got in Russia and Germany and England and Brazil, and I love all of you, and I try to give as much as I can, but I really am only one person. So please bear with me. I do as much as I can. Let's see. Might seem like a cheesy question, but that's Shelby. Hi, Shelby. Love you, Shelby. Shelby's awesome. She used to live out here in Colorado, and she would go to movies with me and my brother all the time, and we just had a blast afterwards just talking about the movie, even if it was bad. And we miss you, Shelby. Come back. We need to watch a movie together. She's a huge Harry Potter fan. She's a great person. Anyway, her question. If you won $100,000, what would you do first? I say only $100,000 because it's smaller limit than $1 million and forces you to choose only a few things to do with the money. Well, if I had $100,000, my immediate answer all the time was pay off my car. However, I'm paying off my car this month. Yeah. I'm so excited about that. I actually paid off my car. So what I would do is I'd pay off my parents' car, and then I'd buy my brother a car. And with the rest of the money, I would, figure out which one of our bills needed the most attention and figure that out so that we're not in as much debt as everybody in our family is. That's what I would do. It would take up more than the 100,000, so it'd have to be a balancing act. So this is a comment, but not a question, and then I will get to my last question. The comment was, your observant and open to experience attitude and passion towards movies will make you go further. Good job, man. Keep it up. Smiley face. Yeah! I love that comment. It's just a great comment because, it's very positive towards me as a person. But yeah, I do really appreciate the fact that there are people out there that think that I'm observant and open to experience, and I don't know if I have attitude. A lot of people say I'm monotone and kind of blah, but I'm me. I can't be I'm not going to be I'm not going to be like, hey everybody, let's do blah blah blah. Like, I can't do that. I'm not that person. So when I talk to the camera, I think of myself as talking to you as a person, and I'm going to talk to you like I do anybody else. I'm just going to be me. If you like it, you subscribe. If you don't like it, you don't subscribe. I'm fine with that. So I'm glad I do have passion towards movies. I love movies. For me, movies, and I'm going to get a little personal on this. When I was a kid, I had a kind of violent growing up. My parents were amazing and awesome, but the schools I went to back east on the East Coast were a little violent, and my my escapism besides home, because home life was a safe ground. But other than that, it was the movie theater. I'd go to a movie theater, the lights go down, everything's dark, and I can just escape into whatever world is being shown upon the screen. And so I fell in love with movies at that point. It was a very safe zone, and that's where my passion comes from. Let's see. Last question. Would you give us a tour of your room or studio where you record all this stuff? Yes and no. Yes, I will give you a short kind of, well, no, not short, but I'll give you a kind of rotation of my point of view sitting here. But I'm not going to give you a tour because it is my bedroom, and I'm a bachelor, so it's messy. I can live in my own mess, but I don't want to show you guys my mess because it's, you know, you guys would be like, "Oh, that's gross." I'm like, yeah, I know. It's my mess, though. I can live with it. You can live with your mess. I can live with my mess. Your mess is probably gross to me. Whatever. But I will show you some stuff from my point of view over here. So we're going to move the camera. And if things are out of focus and everything, I'm sorry, because it's not going to be on the tripod. So here we go. You ready? So, these are my computer monitors. There's your questions. This is my other monitor, and this you can see the program I'm using connected to my cell phone so I can control everything while I'm recording, so I can see what I'm recording. The reason I've got the white in the background, you see that it's just WordPad expanded out, and that's because these two monitors are so big that when I do that it creates white light soft lights, because this is my other light and that reflects off of the wall to come down back on me and gives another thing, especially along with my headlights, which are two lamps. That's my closet over there. You can see that's my filing cabinet with some stuff on top, kitty treats and candles and whatnot. And then we've got this where the posters start. You know, all the posters you guys are used to seeing, and the top of my head, my amazing hair, because I love my hair, you know, and me, because I'm just glorious. And I'm with stupid. And if you go over this way, you will see Gary Johnson. I don't really get political that often. I'm a libertarian, and we're not very popular. But I met him in Boulder on the last election. He's a very nice guy, and I thought he would be great libertarian candidate. He actually won the primary for libertarians last election. He's running for it this time. And with the selection we've got, I might end up voting for him again. And we got my little air conditioner window and ghetto blanket. Some of my posters over there. And you can't really see it too much, but in the corner is stuff from Comic-Con in Denver a few years ago. And my broken little cat tree. And then that's my bed and the little box that the cat's been playing with. And that's my kitty. He's drinking water. Say hello. Oh, and some socks. There you go. I have some white socks. Hey, kitty. Hey, stop drinking water and look over. You're on camera, damn it. Hey, hey, hey. Come here. Look up. Look up. Oh, bastard. Anyway, he's a little lion. But the rest of my room's not special. I mean, it's just another door and other stuff and whatnot. Okay. Back to normal. So, yeah, that's my room and everything, but that's the end of my questions. And I'm thankful for all of the support you guys have given me. Thank you for all these questions to talk about. This video has become very long. I apologize, I guess. I didn't think it would be this long, but whatever. I had a lot of fun doing it. So tell me what you think. What You know, what pops in your head when you watch this video if you got this far? Comment below and let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video.